Welcome back, everyone. This is Arafellin playing Magical Bringer Korona the movie, and we're jumping straight into a battle with the maid. She's a little more terrifying this way than usual. But in short, last time she revealed that she has the power of foresight and wants Pleia, Subaru, out of the picture because she's thrown the scenario off course by beating Korona when, according to the prediction future, she wasn't supposed to. It's probably a little late for that, but in any case, we have a fight. We have something unusual already. Raim, being a vampire, can turn into mist. That makes her rather difficult to hit. This is represented by, in Pleia's attack rounds, the target point will shift back and forth like that. This is less problematic than it would be in the previous game. In Korona 1, the way your energy accumulation works is that if you miss a melee attack, your energy gauge empties out. Fortunately, the specials are handled differently, so you'll still get special attacks in that game, even if you miss attacks. But in this game, all it does is reset your combo so you don't charge as quickly. In any case, we have new music here. Raim, being a new combatant for this game, has all new music that did not appear in any form in the previous game. Although parts of it do kind of remix the Beelzebub Castle, which itself remixes parts of Exceed Noel battle from the previous game. It's kind of appropriate that Raim's music would have some things in common with her master's music. This is annoyingly unpredictable. So Raim, like most enemies, has two different special attacks she can use. In my test run through, one of them I found fairly trivial. The other one gave me all sorts of trouble, and I'm not sure why. Hopefully it will go better this time. If not that big a deal. She's pretty easy for a Act 5 buff enemy, to be honest. Now then, Walpurgis will raise the curtain. This is one of her special attacks. And I just noticed I do not have my notes for the cut and stuff up. Anyway, Walpurgis Night is known as the other Halloween. It takes place at the end of April, 6 months before and 6 months after October 31st, which of course is Halloween. And you can pretty much see what's happening here. The screen flips upside down, the targeting line flips up to the top of the screen, but the actual attacks are still coming along the bottom, which can easily be enough to throw you off if you're not expecting it. I think the game expects you to try to look at both the top and the bottom of the screen and kind of match it up, but I found it's easier to keep your attention on the bottom of the screen, because the target point is still where the target point always is, it's just not drawn there. So you have a fairly good feel for where it is, which is right around the line between level 2 and 3 on your energy gauge. You can just aim for that and not even worry about the top of the screen. Just watch for that, and you're fine. As always, Pleia has the speed advantage. And note that your special attacks always ignore any gimmicks the enemy has, so Raim turning to mist and evading does not help her at all against Voltic Blade and Thunder Discharge, much less Babel. If we get to that point. I mean, Raim does have that evasion trick going for her, but other than that, she's fairly fragile, especially as a late game opponent goes. Basically what the target point is doing there, as I recall, is it's, well, obviously it's shifting around, but basically every 20 pixels or so, I think, it randomly decides whether to switch directions or keep going in the current direction. And then there are upper and lower limits to how far it can go. Anyway, let's have another special attack. Which I forgot to skip the cut in, but it's fun to have that every so often. I'm especially fond of the deep electrical hum it has. We are up to level 2 of charge, which will be enough to get Thunder Discharge next round. Which should mean the battle is well in hand. If we get hit by her other special attack, we could have some trouble. That has several problematic aspects to it. Anyway. Yeah, you can see Raim's health is going down pretty quickly when I'm actually connecting. Alright, let's see which special this is. Ah, this is the other one. Legion Scream. We have a reference to Legion from Mark 5:9 of the New Testament. This is our cursed fate. Anyway, Legion was possessed by a horde of demons, and yeah, I don't know why this gives me so much trouble. It's not that different from a regular attack, it's just that instead of the chips coming to the target point moves to the chips. The other problematic aspect of that is it has the Leech ability, so every hit that you do not block will provide healing to Raim. And as I recall, it's a stronger leeching than Cromm's Bloody Slash, which is also easier to block. So I'll have to recheck the recording afterwards to see, but she probably gained back a significant amount of health there. You can be at the point where you think you've pretty much won the battle, and then suddenly you're in trouble. As always, watch out for enter attacks. But also, as almost always, ordinary guard rounds are largely unremarkable. It's the special attacks you have to watch out for. Pretty much the only exception to that was Noel. And also Hyperion. Hyperion has that gimmick where you have to block twice. But mainly it's just Noel with her random speed chips coming at you at weird timings, throwing things off. It throws me off probably more than it should. But anyway, we just need to get to Babel, and the battle will be over. Let's see, which one is this? Blade. That will easily get us up there. Heck, I might be able to finish her off with just the quick bursts. But let's go for a dramatic ending. As you can see from her expression, Raim is starting to look a bit woozy. And this'll do it. Well, with the whole cut-in play, we haven't seen it that much yet. Be reborn! Tower of Light, piercing the heavens! Game, set, match. Ugh, it can't be. Anyway, the others that I forgot to mention. The notes for reverse gravity, the quotes we have in there. There's beggary in the love that can be reckoned. That's Mark Antony in Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra. In more modern terms, that basically means if you can measure your love, it's not worth much. It's not really clear what that has to do anything, but it's there. All is fair in love and war is a well-known proverb. It's most often applied as an excuse to take morally questionable actions in pursuit of romantic or military goals. Again, it's not entirely clear how that has anything to do with anything. Maybe with Rhyme taking things into her own hands as far as making sure her scenario comes to pass, but I don't know. And the cutting also features the Hangsman Tarot card. According to Wikipedia, it suggests ultimate surrender, sacrifice, or being suspended in time. When upright, it can mean breaking old patterns, circumspection, letting go, metamorphosis, or suspension. When upside down, it can mean egotism, inability to change, or missing an opportunity. And both the upright and upside down forms of that are weirdly appropriate for Subaru recently. In any case, back to the game. That truly did hurt. Even with my body turned to mist, it seems I cannot completely avoid lightning. It seems I win. Terribly sorry, but you're going to allow me to stay in the demon realm a little while longer. I see now. You are strong. Thus Korona-sama was defeated. However, you are soft-hearted. Are you not going to finish me off? No, this is my way. Giving away such an opportunity, I cannot say that I am impressed. For we vampires are cunning demons. See how you can be taken advantage of? What? I can't move. Suddenly, the air around my body grew as heavy as if I were in steel armor. This is Rhyme-san's gravitational magic? See? I told you so. This is what makes humans so easy to hunt. It simply won't do for you to forget. We exist as predators. Your kind are truly frail. Add just a little extra power. Every bone in my body screamed out. My lungs, my blood vessels, my internal organs were compressed. Now, Yoshiyume-sama, please do as I say and return home at once. I refuse. How obstinate. In that case, you will allow me to turn to my last resort. The vampire's expression changed. Lightly, but instantly, she approaches and reaches a hand to my face. A psychotic grin, nothing like her usual smile, drew before my eyes. White fangs peek from her mouth. No, she couldn't be. A shrill alarm went off in my head. Fear seizes my body. I break out in a cold sweat. My legs begin to tremble. No, if this keeps up... You are strong, firm also of will, and boiling with fervor. And such well-formed features. The long blue hair is beautiful as well. As though making an appraisal, her pale fingers traced the contours of my face and pulled my chin upward. Bound by magical power, I'm at her mercy. I can't even lift a finger. I like the boyish willfulness, too. It would be a waste of such fine potential to leave you human. I am rather fond of you, Yoshiyume-sama. I shall make you my daughter. I cannot help if you will not listen. However, once you exchange a blood pact with me and become a vampire, you will listen obediently. Yoshiyume-sama? No, Subaru. Inherit my blood and serve Beelzebub Castle with me. The sedate maid's life is not so bad. Belith is sure to be glad too. No. Me? A vampire? True, if I were bitten by Rhymesen and moved into the castle, I could stay with Bella-chan forever. But what would she say when she saw me, no longer human? I, I... Now, Subaru, you will belong to me, and to Beelzebub our liege. Spread your wings in twilight and live for time eternal. Ah, ah... Rhymesan's breath hits my neck. No, 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 no! Not yet. My body won't move. How careless. I could have used Pleiades to wrap myself in lightning, but at this range, I would fry too. Something's pricked my neck. No, my blood's being sucked. Bella-chan, I'm sorry. The, that was... This cannot be. How disgraceful. Who gave leave to eat my guests? No, El, the demon lord Noel came to save me? Noel-sama, this is... You see, it was for the castle. Silence. How dare a mere servant talk back to me? I meant no... I have shown much lenience to thou who hast served since my time, but this indiscretion I will not let pass. Noel-sama, I am terribly sorry. I beg your forgiveness. Out of the question. Bearing fangs at a guest without so much as asking my leave? I am terribly sorry. I am terribly sorry. I seek not apology for the indiscretion thou hast wrought. Thou shalt pay thy pound of flesh. Wait! If there's anyone that can get Noel to stop, it's her. Korona. Sakura, senpai. Noel-chan, forgive Rhymesan. Out of the question. Move. No, I won't move. I heard from Cromm-san and the others. Rhymesan only uses her powers when she's protecting everyone in the castle. I'm sure Rhymesan wanted to protect all of you, Noel-chan. So show some understanding. Korona-sama. Sakura-senpai shields the vampire maid and stares down the demon lord. All is still for a time. Finally, Noel lowered the arm that had been about to unleash her magic, and the looming tension was dispelled. Rhyme. Yes? Tend to Subaru Yoshiumi's wounds. After that, I shall have thee serve thy penitence for a time. I understand. Thank you. Thank Korona. Yes. No, you really don't need to. Anyways, Subaru-chan, are you okay? Yes, fine. I tried to act unfazed, but between the intense battle and the extreme tension, my stamina was at its limit. My vision is slowly going black. Sakura-senpai amazes me. She just resolved something of a worst-case scenario in no time flat. How did I beat her this morning? Maybe she really did go easy on... Subaru-chan! Well, no, she didn't really go easy, but this is something rather different. I gave it my all. My parents couldn't come to the track meet, but I ran for all I was worth. And I made saving place. It's all thanks to this bandana Mom made me. It's a bit frustrating not making first, but I ran hard, so I'm sure they'll praise me for it. Dad and Mom are coming home tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'm home. Oh, Akira-san. Listen, today at the school track meet, Huh? What's wrong? What? The TV? Once again, transatlantic flight 645 to Haneda has gone down 220 miles out of London over Falmouth Bay. The fuselage is completely destroyed, leaving little hope for the 200 passengers and crew. Many of the passengers were Japanese, including Nambu University professor and globally renowned nanotechnology researcher Yoshiyumi. It's as far as I can tell, there's no actual school by the name of Nambu University, although there is a Nambu rail line that goes through southern Tokyo. Oh, a dream. Such an unpleasant dream. That was the day my life changed. If only that day hadn't come, I... Subaru! Belith-chan. Subaru! Hey.
Dummy, you big dummy. I was worried. You get dragged off in the middle of the night when you're supposed to be sleeping with me. Show up beat and passed out.
The fallen angel buries her face in my chest, sobbing. Oh, that's right. I was called away by Raim late last night. I'm sorry, Belith-chan. Don't do that again. Going off somewhere dangerous without telling me? Okay, I won't. I won't leave without saying so. Come on, don't cry. Her small body cradled in my chest, I gently stroke her with my hands. Human hands, flowing with warm blood. I was dangerously close to being made into a vampire, but I made it back safely. Oh, you don't have to leave, Senpai. Don't I? I feel like I'm intruding. No, please don't mind us. That aside, why the Miko outfit? The yin-yang arts can also heal. I can only use a faint bit of power, but I thought it might soothe you. You've been using magic on me? Wow, my wounds are completely gone. Thank you. You don't need to thank me. It was mostly Raim-san who healed your wounds anyway. Raim-san? What's happened to her? I don't know what happened, but I didn't see her at breakfast. I see. I'll go check on Korona-chan then. What? Did something happen to Sakura-senpai? About that. And this is as good a time as any to stop. Something apparently has happened with Korona. What? We'll find out next time. Until then, this has been Arafellin playing Magical Bringer Korona the movie. Come back next time for more, and I hope to see you then.